recounted different things that have happened that I was not aware of. Where she, I guess, when she was on an interview with Jada Pinkett Smith in the past, that she spoke about the same challenge about, kind of being seen and that kind of thing, and not being seen. And she actually spoke about at that time. What was it? It was like, oh, Steph, gets a lot of female admirers, and she doesn't really get any admirers, and so it was a little bit like, I don't really get any attention. He kind of gets all the attention, and sometimes it makes me wonder, like, how am I looking? Am I okay? That kind of thing. And people were coming for her, so it's like a stack up of things over time where she's just been truthful about being in the spotlight. And people say, oh, she's jealous of her husband, and why are you looking for somebody to look at you when you're a married woman? But not able to see the greater dynamics that were going on. And so I asked my husband, I said, so in terms of what you saw, I think there was another show that they showed where some models came out and she was pretending to, kind of play like that. People were like, "Ooh, she was doing something with her ring, like, like, so I need to take my ring off," type of thing. Now, my husband said, I think what it is that he said, I didn't hear anything that she said wrong in the interview. She was being genuine, honest. He said, but because of the platform that they had, because of the hype, because of everything, she got to lead really hard with not her story of, oh, I had a hard time. I wasn't really thinking about being a mom, or I feel like I was not in the spotlight. But she got to lead hard with, this has been my journey, but let me first tell you how much I love my man and how he is everything. And, and how this is, the path that I've been placed on. I didn't see it this way, but God has, done a great thing. And I've had so many doors open, and I'm so grateful. He said she spoke to it, but she got to go hard in the paint with it, because if it were me, this is what my husband said. I mean, I might be a little bit like, you could have leaned in on it a little bit more, so that, and I said, well then, but is she doing that? Would you be saying to do that because you're unsure, because you want the people out there who are looking and making commentary to be clear? He said, the people out there. And at the end of the day, that's not right, but that's what they got to navigate. She should have just leaned in a little harder on it, and that would have been better. I said, I know you like.
I think it was almost like a foot in the mouth sort of episode, although instance. And I think that's why when she first sat down for this interview, she's like, I got to tell you, I'm really nervous. I am very nervous about this, because she knew. She said, these people won't come for me. And that's exactly what they did. I think even if she had made a mistake, to me, it signals that the world is not ready for a Black woman to make a mistake. It's not ready, because if it's, I just feel like Black women are so scrutinized. Yes. And she was every little word she said was scrutinized and taken out of context.
Yes.
And she knew it going into the interview, and that's why she was so nervous. Over and over again, she kept saying, I am grateful. Yes. I have such gratitude. She went on to say, I was young. I had children back to back at such an early age. It was overwhelming. And then she goes on to say, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't have changed a thing.
Right.
And the internet still came at her. So what you can tell your husband is that it doesn't matter. And I'm telling you, Kamala Harris had this issue.
Yep.
Who's the other one?
Michelle.
Michelle Obama had this issue.
Yes.
You can't be vulnerable. You can't be open. You gotta look. You gotta be dressed up and ready to go out the door. You can't be having your hair-scarf on.
You can't have your hair-scarf on. None of this. We are held at such different standards.
Yes.
And Simone Biles had the same issue. And even Kamala Harris being multi-race, she still presents at Howard University in a Black sorority. She still gets scrutinized. It's not Black enough.
Right.
I mean, it is. There's no grace